Calorimeter. We have seen that a thermometer is used to measure the temperature of an object. Similarly, a calorimeter is used to measure the heat content of an object. Using this equipment, we can measure the heat produced or absorbed in a physical or chemical process. A calorimeter is shown in picture, which is similar to a thermos flask. A calorimeter has two vessels, an inner and an outer one. This way, no heat can be transferred from the inner to the outer vessel or from the outer to the inner vessel. Thus, the inner vessel is thermally isolated from the surroundings. The inner vessel is made of copper. A thermometer for measuring the temperature and a stirrer for stirring the liquid in the calorimeter are fitted in it. Now we will see the working of the calorimeter. Water at a fixed temperature is placed inside the calorimeter. This means that the temperature of the inner vessel and that of the water in it are the same. When a hot object is placed in water, heat is exchanged between the hot object, water and the calorimeter, and all three reach the same temperature. As the calorimeter is thermally isolated from the surroundings, the total heat lost by the hot object is equal to the total heat absorbed by the calorimeter and water inside it. Similarly, if we put a cold object in the calorimeter, the cold object will receive heat from the water and its temperature will increase, while water and calorimeter will lose heat and their temperature will decrease. Now use your brain power question. First one. Why does your mother put folded cloth strips soaked in cold water on your forehead when you have high fever? To remove heat quickly from our body and thereby lower the temperature of the body. Next question. Why is the calorimeter made of copper? Copper is a good conductor of heat and has low specific heat. And also copper is durable and not highly reactive. Now expansion. When heat is given to any substance, its temperature increases and it expands. Its expansion depends on the increase in its temperature. Solids, liquids and gases all expand on receiving heat. Now expansion of solids. Linear expansion. The linear expansion of a solid is the increase in length of a wire or a rod of a solid due to increase in its temperature. And linear expansion can be determined by the formula L2 is equal to L1 into the bracket 1 plus lambda into delta T. Here lambda is the constant of proportionality and it is called the coefficient of linear expansion of the solid substance. Now areal expansion of solids. Similar to linear expansion, the area of a sheet of a solid material also increases on heating. This is called the areal expansion of solid and this is given by the formula A2 is equal to A1 into the bracket 1 plus alpha delta T. Here alpha is the coefficient of areal expansion of the solid. Now, volumetric expansion of solids. Similar to a sheet, a three-dimensional piece of solid expands on all sides when heated and its value increases. This is called the volumetric expansion of a solid and it is given by the formula V2 is equal to V1 into the bracket 1 plus beta delta T. Here beta is the volumetric expansion coefficient of the solid. Now do you know, students, have you seen rails? They are not continuous. A small gap is kept between them at regular intervals. This is shown in the figure. This is kept to accommodate the change in the length of the rails with change in temperature. If this gap is not kept, then the rails will get distorted due to expansion in summer, which may lead to accidents. Similar to rails, the length of bridges can also increase due to expansion in summer. The length of 18-kilometer long Great Belt Bridge in Denmark increases by 4.7 meter in summer. Therefore, provision is made in the construction of the bridges to accommodate this expansion. Now, expansion of liquids. A liquid does not have a definite shape, but it has a definite volume. So, we can define a volumetric expansion coefficient for a liquid as follows. V2 is equal to V1 into the bracket 1 plus beta delta T. Here beta is the volumetric expansion coefficient of the liquid. Now, expansion of gases. A gas does not even have a fixed volume. Gas expands on heating, but if the gas is kept in a closed box, its volume cannot increase, but its pressure increases. And this is the expansion of gas is determined by the formula V2 is equal to V1 into the bracket 1 plus beta delta T. Here beta is the constant pressure expansion coefficient of the gas. When school restart, we will solve the exercise problems in the class. I hope you understood the topic. So for better understanding, read the topic once again and do the given homework.